Hi everyone, my name's Alex. I'm here to do your pick a card reading for today. And right now we have three different piles, pile 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be doing the Starfish pile, the Sand Dollar pile, and the Scallop Shell pile. So pick whatever pile you feel called to. It can be one or more or all of them, whatever you feel that is going to bring a message to you. So if you need to take a minute, close your eyes, pause the video to choose a pile, take a minute, and we're going to get right started with pile number 1. These aside. All right. So if you chose pile 1, the Starfish pile, here, I'm going to put that up here, maybe over here, where this is going to be your reading. So I had pre-shuffled these already just before I started the video, just to save some time, because I tend to go over when we do, shuffle on camera. So here we go. Let's start. So your first card, the Life Purpose card, that came out was Support. And sorry about the quality of the video. So your life purpose fully supports you. So with this pile number 1, I kind of felt that, with the starfishes tend to, or they have the ability to regenerate. So if one of their limbs, let's say gets eaten off, they are easily able to regenerate. So maybe this pile is all about regeneration and the ability to be strong through whatever life throws at you, and just know that your life purpose fully supports you. So whatever you are wanting to do with your life, you are supported in that. So if you're having, second guessing a new path in life, this should be reassurance that, you're on the right path and you're fully supported in whatever you do. And so for the tarot cards that I pulled, you got the Hierophant, the Death card, which is funny that we talk about regeneration, because the Death is rarely about actual physical death, and it's mostly about transformation and rebirth. And maybe there is some sort of ending that you're learning, to go through. 10 of Staffs, which is the 10 of Wands, and then the 9 of Cups. So ultimately, that's a pretty good spread. It looks like you're going through some sort of learning experience and transformative experience right now. Make sure that you're, always seeing where you can learn. The Hierophant is a card of the teacher and the student. So you should always be looking at your situation as a learning experience and a lesson, rather than, as a negative. 10 of Staffs usually means that you're carrying a lot of things right now, that you have a lot on your plate. But the 9 of Cups is kind of the card of happy contentment and independence. So whatever, maybe when I look at the Starfish, it kind of feels like you're getting pulled into many directions. With the 10 of Staffs, maybe you're holding on to too many things that you have to let go of. You have to let these things die before you can move on to the 9 of Cups. So let me just give a quick rundown of the Hierophant. So this can mean mercy, kindness, forgiveness, inspiration, compassion, servitude. It could mean what's the word I'm looking for? Conformity. So make sure that you're being your own person and not kind of following the the crowd. Maybe you're looking into spirituality more, or religion. And make sure that you're not clinging to the ideas of life, that you can totally set goals and have things that you're working towards, but make sure that you're not being stuck in that where it's all or nothing, because you could be blocking your blessings if you're saying, I want this or nothing else, or this person and no one else. So make sure when you're going for a goal to say, I want this job or something better, or I want this person or somebody better, so you're not blocking your blessings. Don't be afraid to drop some wands, or don't be afraid to cut some things off and clear away for the new. So there might be unexpected loss, or abrupt change with this death card showing up. But it's going to bring a new era of independence and love. So this 9 of Cups means success, material, alignment, advantage, well-being, abundance, good health, difficulties surmounted. And that's really, in regular tarot, it's a person of a woman in a garden with, surrounded by, or somebody, or a man sitting surrounded by all of his cups. So it's like you got into some sort of status that you should be proud of. So that's a pretty good spread here. And so for the next cards I pulled were the animal spirit cards. So you got the giraffe and the buffalo spirit, number 29 and 10. So those numbers might be significant for you. And so the giraffe spirit is see the bigger picture. So you need to kind of come out of your comfort zone, I'm hearing, and you may need to go somewhere that you've never gone before to see something that you've never seen before, or see the bigger picture. Kind of stop playing small and stop trying to do things at a material base, and kind of try to see, the big picture in the long run, the spiritual side of things, if that makes sense. And here, let me see if I can pull. Let me put down the buffalo. So the buffalo spirit is the abundant universe will provide. So there's no need to worry. There's no need to, hold on too tightly to the things that you have, because everything that you need is going to be provided for you. I'm going to just read a couple words on the giraffe spirit here. So, look beyond what catches your attention at eye level and know that not everything is obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you new perspective that make all the difference. So it's all about perspective. Make sure that you're not, seeing yourself in your position as a bad thing or as a victim. Make sure you're seeing it as a new perspective on something. And then the last 2 cards were from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle card deck. And it says, set your sights higher and waves of prosperity. So yeah, it's really talking about abundance and providing and prosperity. So this deck is really about being supported in anything that you do abundantly and lovingly. So set your sights higher, increase your standards, expect more for yourself. Don't settle. So that right there is, big message. Don't play small. Don't settle for what, everybody else thinks you should have, and go for what you should have, if that makes sense. And then waves of prosperity. Woo! New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. And that's awesome. So yeah, keep learning, keep being a student. Try not to conform to what everybody else is doing, and make sure you get your own perspective of everything going on. Keep working to your goal, and you'll get to that 9 of Cups, and that, abundance place in life that you want to be. All right, thank you. Have a good one, and we will move on to pile 2. All right, so peace, love, and light, pile 1 and pile 2. Okay, so pile 2 was the sand dollar pile. I'm going to put that over here. I'm going to move the starfish back over here. So pile 2, sand dollar pile. My initial kind of feeling about this pile was it was going to be about abundance, just because sand dollars kind of represent money to me in my eyes, because I think of mermaid money. But it could also just mean that you're in a comfortable spot in life, because I see, sand dollars, they live in the sand all tucked in, and, half the time you don't even see them because they're all in their sand, little pocket. And, after the waves come, then you finally see them. So maybe you're just finally starting to see abundance, or maybe you're wondering when you'll see abundance. But yeah, let's see what cards say. So the first card, the life purpose card, was protected. So you are safe and supported while you change your career. So maybe you're wondering if your finances are safe and secure, because you're going through a change in your finances, or a change in your career. Just know that you're fully protected and supported. You might want to, if you feel called to pile 1, you might want to check that out too, because it kind of talked about being protected and supported. And I kind of had the feeling of financial growth in that pile. So if you feel called to another pile 1, definitely check that out. So what else? You're supported when you change your career. So maybe you came to this asking, what is my next step and what I should do. I didn't do this for the other pile, but I'm going to pull one more life purpose card deck, just because I really feel like this pile is looking to see what is their next step. And if you are going through a career change, even if it isn't a career change, maybe it's a change in habits in life, or the people you're surrounding yourself with, or maybe it's something, a way of thinking that you're changing, that you're being worried if you're going to be protected. So what's one more life purpose card for these, if these people, pile 2, are going through a career change? What, pile 2? Whoa! That one kind of flew out. So I did see family, but the one that really flew out is infinite abundance. Wow. So another card that's talking about finances and things like that. So you're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So again, talking about being protected and supported. So anything that you do, I was really trying to see if there was going to be something specific here, but yeah, it's really saying that anything you do, you are divinely and infinitely supported. So let's see what else the cards say. So the tarot cards that were pulled for you, that I had pulled before the reading, so we got 6 of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and Seven of Staffs. So yeah, again, the Pentacles suit talks about, finances and stuff. So I really feel like this pile has to do with career, and security, and stability, and maybe home life. But the Six of Swords often talks about coming out of a dark time and going on to a new path, past difficult obstacles. And let me read here. Six of Swords. So yeah, so this often going on a journey, a new path, headstrong attempts to overcome difficulties, expedient manner, success after anxiety. So if you were feeling nervous or unsafe, just know that you are moving to this new energy of infinite abundance, and being protected. Yeah, I'm really getting this sense of not feeling safe. So if that's something more than just finances, if it's actual security, that you're not feeling safe, reach out to somebody who you feel is safe. And if you don't feel, you have that person, make sure, you reach out to somebody. Or even, if there's someone you follow on YouTube or Instagram, I know it's not the easiest to reach out to people, but if you feel called to reach out to somebody or tell somebody something, you should do it. I don't know why I'm getting that message, but you should do that. Four of Pentacles means you're holding on to something. Yeah, so this is definitely scarcity. You're feeling like you need to hold on to your material items, and you're feeling left out in the cold. So these two are definitely lack mentality. So you definitely need to change your way of thinking and try to get out of this anxiety and worry mentality. Four of Pentacles is kind of, I don't want to say greedy, because I don't want to tell anyone that they're being greedy, but it could mean that you need to be a little bit more generous in, your doings. So love of material wealth, hoarder, inability to share. So make sure that you're sharing, whether it's money, wealth, love, maybe it's insight. Maybe there's, something in your job where you're afraid of somebody taking your position, or if you're afraid of your finances, something about your finances, but just make sure that, you're not being a bad person to hold on to those things, if that makes sense. So make sure you're still sharing and being generous, and not being stingy with your wealth and your love. And yeah, Five of Pentacles is loss, failure, error, mistress, lover. So those last two, I don't think that, I'm not getting that vibe that this has anything to do with a mistress or a lover or relationship. I think it's really solely based on your security and your material, your jobs, career, finances, and things like that. So try not to focus on you being left out in the cold in this situation, and just try to focus more on yourself and getting to where you need to be, and being generous and being a good person, because the more that you give out, the more that you believe in your infinite abundance and your ability to share, then the more that all of those things will come back to you. Let's see, so the Seven of Staffs is, I believe, let me see, yeah, it's a victory. So it's success, game, overwhelming odds surmounted. So you may feel like, and maybe you're not the person who's not being generous, maybe someone's not being generous to you, and maybe someone is leaving you out in the cold. whether it's in a job or in a relationship. Don't worry, because you are protected, you are abundant, and ultimately you will be victorious. Sorry, I cannot speak. You will have a victory in this situation. So you are moving out of this, dark time to infinite abundance. Just know that you will make it out. Okay. And so your two spirit animal cards that I pulled were Elephant Spirit and Hummingbird Spirit, number 25 and 34. So those animals or numbers may be significant to you. And actually, 25 reduces to a 7 in numerology, and so does 34. So 77 might be an important number to you, and sevens actually, for me, I always think of abundance, because whenever I see 777, I think of those lottery, pull lottery things, slot machines. So I always think of sevens or abundance when I see, repeated sevens. So, and I just saw 21 on the clock, which is really 33. So, might be significant for you. So the elephant spirit is saying, learn from the past. And then I just heard elephant in the room. So yeah, if there's something that keeps happening, you need to feel it to heal it. We repeat cycles in our life until they're healed, until we can react to them in a healthy way. So really try to heal and learn from the past instead of replaying the same situations or reacting the same way. If there's something that's upsetting you, or if there's somebody leaving you out. And hummingbird spirit is be here now. Stop, looking so much to the future and the past, and kind of just respect the moment that you are in right now and where you are in life right now, because that's the moment that really only matters, is where you are right now. And, working to your goals is fine, but don't remember to enjoy the moment. And then the two mermaid and dolphins cards that I got were You're Being Helped and A New Dawn. So yeah, you're being protected, you're being helped, infinite abundance. This pile really doesn't need to worry. And if there's somebody kind of acting in a way that's hurtful towards you, just stay in your own integrity and keep doing what you're doing, and justice will be served, is what I'm hearing. So heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results. Ooh. So yeah, you're being helped. Don't worry. And a new dawn. The worst is now behind you. Positive new experiences is on the horizon. So this pile, I'm really hearing there's nothing you need to worry about. Stay comfortable. Stay, that's not really the word I was looking for. Or be comfortable, be calm. Don't let all of these other little things and lack mentality to scare you into, someone you're not. And just stay in your power and know that you have everything that you need to move forward, and you are loved. All right, peace, love, and light. Pile 2, we will move on to pile 1 now. Have a good one. All right, so pile number 3, which is the scallop shell pile. I'm pretty sure it's a scallop shell. All of these nautical items I found myself. This one was in Rhode Island at the beach with my aunt. There you go. So my first initial reaction for this pile 3 was that maybe you are, I kind of got hermit mode. You have your shell up. Maybe, I feel like all of the piles kind of had this idea of being protected. So that's kind of like the collective energy I'm hearing for this reading, is that you are protected and you are secure. So let me see what we pulled for you. So your first card, your life purpose card, was sensitivity. And I really do love this card, the image on it, and just what it means. I used to really look down on being sensitive, and I've learned that it's really a superpower. So I know that you maybe have a hard shell right now, but make sure that you're staying soft and you're staying sensitive, because it is one of your greatest strengths. So you're becoming more sensitive in the need to make changes accordingly. So maybe you need to change the people you're surrounding yourself with, or the books or music that you're listening to, or TV that you're watching. Every little thing, you're like a sponge. So if you're constantly listening to negative music, or constantly watching negative media or shows, it's going to affect you, and just be aware of that. Protect yourself more. Maybe, use crystals in that. I'm really feeling third eye chakra. I feel like this is a very spiritual pile. So yeah, this could be the pile of my healers and people who really need to take time for themselves to recharge. So let me see what tarot cards I pulled. So I shuffled these, or I pulled these before the tarot deck, so I haven't seen what I had pulled for you guys. So let's see. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So I don't usually take reverses, but the Three of Cups was reversed. So maybe you do need to be careful of who you're surrounding yourself with. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with loving people. Queen of Swords often talks about a strong person that, whether you're male or female, talks about a strong person with nurturing qualities that that doesn't have any trouble with cutting people out of their life. So yeah, maybe you really do need to cut something or somebody out of your life. Two of Swords means talks about a decision. So let me kind of give you a rundown of the Queen of Swords. So this is a quick-witted, intensely perceptive, a subtle person, may signify a widow, woman, warming status. Okay, that's going to be for very, very little, maybe one of you, where it's talking about a widow, someone who's in sadness or mourning. Absence, loneliness, one who has savored great happiness, but who presently knows the anxiety of misfortune, and reversal. So sorry, I kind of said that kind of broken up, but so yeah, maybe you're someone who's kind of feeling like a loner right now. You're feeling pretty solitary, sensitive to everything and everyone around you. It's okay to cry a lot if you need to. Don't be afraid to cut cords. The universe sees that you have been, lonely, and that you've been feeling separated, and you feel like, you've been in just this hermit shell, closed off from the world energy, but it's preparing you for something much greater. So the Ten of Cups, which was the last card that I pulled for you, is, one of the greatest cards. Dream come true, happy life, happy family card. So I know you may feel lonely right now, but you are working towards that energy of becoming the Ten of Cups. So the Two of Swords, this may be talking about a relationship, but you do have options in whatever thing that is keeping you kind of in this dark, this dark Queen of Swords energy, where you're feeling like kind of a loner. And I always feel like Queen of Swords, it's hard for people or for you to trust the Queen of Swords. So you, not to trust the Queen of Swords, but for this coming out, it might be hard for you to trust other people around you. So that might be where I originally saw this reversed. But I usually don't take reverse, so I'm just going to keep that in the back of my mind and continue on. So the Two of Swords, balance, force, harmony, firmness, concord, offsetting factors, stalemate, affection. So yeah, there might be, you feel like you're in a stalemate within your life, within your relationships. But know that, it's all about balance. So there may be times where you feel alone, but, there may be times where you're surrounded by people. Just don't take each one for granted. So enjoy the time where you are alone and feeling sensitive, and kind of nurture and honor those, like, I'm feeling, or I'm hearing, or I'm seeing, somebody like screaming at the top of their lungs, like trying to get all their anger out. So don't be afraid to just kind of let people see the inner, like, fierceness of you. The right people will stay. The right people will gravitate towards you and see you for what you really are. So you are a balanced force, whether, in your light and your love, darkness. And just know that darkness doesn't last forever. And the Three of Cups is celebration. It could mean friendship. Could mean an emotional, new, like party, engagement, promotion. Let me see what it says. So resolution of a problem, conclusion, solace, healing, satisfactory, result, fulfillment, compromise. It's funny because in traditional tarot, like, some of these card meanings say different. So I'm just going to, say both. But yeah, so there is something that you're working towards, a celebration. If you do feel alone right now, it's not going to be for long. 10 of Cups is the happy family card. And it's really like the ultimate abundance, emotional abundance. So if you're, working towards, or if your main goal is to have a family, and to be loved, that's coming, or to have friends, or a promotion, or an engagement, it's coming. But you may need to just honor this alone time, and you may need to make a decision before you get to that energy. So the spirit animal cards that I pulled for you was Rabbit Spirit and Koala Spirit, number 49 and 35. And let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 8. So Rabbit Spirit is now lucky time. So yeah, if there's something that you're working towards, or that you want, don't be afraid to go for it. The more that you dwell on the decision, the longer it's going to take for you to get there. So I'm hearing that take as much time as you need to be in this shadow or solitude energy. But as soon as you've made the decision, take the leap for it, because luck is on your side. And then the Koala Spirit says Spirit has a plan. So whether, you're feeling like super lost right now and you're just like, I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, just know that there's, something happening behind the scenes, that everything is working. Divine timing. That was kind of like a message that came out in Pile 2. So if you feel called to Pile 2, check that out. And then, so the last two cards were the mermaids and dolphins cards. So these cards usually talk about some sort of deep feeling that is coming up. And you have self-forgiveness and father healing. Wow. These are two, pretty powerful and deep cards. Self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you are God's perfect child. So whether you believe in God or use the term God, you are the universe's perfect child. So just know that any mistakes that you've made in the past, if you feel guilty for maybe scaring people away or turning people away while you were in the solitary energy, just know that it was for a reason. It was to build your strength and to recharge, your sensitive energies, because that is something that is very big with the people who chose Pile 2, is using your sensitivity for good and knowing that it's good. So don't be hard on yourself when you feel like you're cried every day this week. Some people don't have the capacity to feel like that, so see that as a superpower. And father healing, which is a big emotional trigger for a lot of us. But this is good that it's coming up, because now, Pile 3, you can recognize that that's something that you need to work on. So your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. So, whether it's, needing to forgive your father for something, whether it's, the absent father figure that you need to heal, whether if it's you didn't have a father figure, or you are the father figure that you need to feel like you need to be a better person and to your family. Just know that as long as you forgive yourself first and the people involved, and know that everybody is the universe's perfect image, and everyone is doing the best that they can, and everybody deals with every sort of problem in their own way, that will bring a lot of healing in your life. And I'm going to pull one more of these mermaid deep cards, because these were pretty, they had heavy feelings towards them. And that, this pile being like the sensitivity pile that I felt was being kind of closing themselves off from the world, with the Queen of Swords cutting off energy. I'm really going to pull one more card just to see, because I feel like this pile is sort of isolating themselves at times. And so try not to do that always. At times it's definitely super important to take that alone time to internally look within yourself and internally what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. But deal with all of, the stuff going on. So what is one more card for Pile 3? They need to know. What is something that they need to know? One more card for Pile. Ooh, one more card for Pile 3. Okay, wow. Oh, 2 popped out. I just couldn't leave you with one. So you got empowerment and synchronicity. These are awesome cards. So you're more powerful than you realize. It is safe for you to be powerful. Don't be afraid of these sensitivities. Don't be afraid of your fierceness, your fire. Don't be afraid of that, rocking the boat a little bit, because the right people will stay with you, will gravitate towards you. Don't be afraid to pull up any old feelings or anything that brings up kind of unwanted feelings, because that's how you heal. You have to feel it to heal it. So forgive yourself, forgive others. Everything is in perfect divine timing. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So keep a lookout for the signs. And, I'm really, I feel like I've had to swallow, a bunch in this reading, and I feel like there's a lot of blue in this reading. So I feel like really try to focus on healing your throat chakra and your third eye for this pile 3. And if you do need to, and, father healing, I just want to speak on one more time. I know that Mother's Day is coming up, but if your father is your mother figure in your life, and maybe you feel, or maybe you don't have a mother figure in life, and that's what makes you feel some, resentment towards your father, make sure that you are really taking a look at why you feel this way, what happened, and take a look at, the father figures in your life and maybe what had gone in their life and how they weren't able to give to you in the way that you might have needed as a child. So yeah, forgiveness is a big thing in this pile. And so hopefully that gave you some insight. That is your reading. Peace, love, and light to you guys, and hope that you have a good day. Bye.